Hey, my name is Jesus Castello, and in this video you're going to learn the difference between the find by method in Rails and the where method in Rails. So find by versus where. Exactly what's the difference and when should you be using one or the other. This is Ruby Guides, and we're going to get started right now. So if you like Ruby, make sure to check out my site, rubyguides.com, and get a copy of my Ruby book. Okay, so in today's video, I have this Rails application just called Books. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at two methods, and these methods are find by and where. Okay, so when you're getting started and you're learning about Rails, you know that you can query the database through your models. So in this case, the model is book. It's in singular form. Models are always in the singular form, and though we have books, the model name is book. So we access the books through this model, and we can query the database in different ways. For example, we can ask the database to find us all of the books that have a specific title, right? You use something like the find by method for that. And you can do find by title, and then you give whatever title you're looking for, and if that exists, you get back that book. And if it doesn't exist, then in this case you get nil. So if I look for a book with no title, an empty title, I get nil back. And this nil means there is no book with an empty title. So that's the first thing about find by. Find by allows you to look for some kind of entry in your database. In this case, I'm looking for books. And you can use the attributes that you have defined for this model, for this table, to match for that and to try to find a match in your database. There is no match, you get nil. If there is a match, then you get the book. Now, there is another way to do this, which is where. Okay? But where, it does the same thing. It looks for some kind of entry, some data in your database, following these attributes, matching these attributes, this query, this is called a query, database query, and it gives you the result. But there's a difference, right? While the syntax is very similar, the difference is what happens with the result. In here, if there is no match, we get nil. Okay, that's fine. But in here, if there is no match, the difference is that we get this. So that's not nil. That looks like an empty array. It's not exactly an empty array. It's an active record relation. And specifically, it's an empty active record relation, right? So that's different from nil. That's something to notice and to know. Why is that important? Well, when you try to use this result in your view, for example, you might do something like that. You might end up doing something like this, and you want to use these books in your view, right? The view in Rails is where you actually display the information, where you actually have the layout, the HTML, the CSS, where you actually format your data in a way that the user can actually see. So you pass that information to your view with the instance variable, as you probably know if you're familiar with Rails. You're going to try to do something like books.each, right? Now, here's the important point. If you're using where, because you're expecting multiple books, and you get this, then when you do something like each, right, you're not going to get an error. Or when you do something like size, it's going to work. The size is 0 because there are no books found. But now, let's say that we use find by instead. What's going to happen? Well, since we get nil, what's going to happen is this. Find by. When I try to use the each, we get this error, right? So that's why this difference is important. And if I try other methods like size, we also get the method, because nil is just an object that doesn't have this defined. It doesn't know about each. It doesn't know what size. It doesn't know how to do these things, because these things don't really mean anything in the context of this nil empty object, right? But this, since it behaves like an empty array knows what to do with each and size. Knows that an empty array has a size of 0. An empty array has a size, it doesn't do anything with each. It just takes each, but it doesn't yield any items. So when you do this, it's just going to be an empty list of books, because that's what it is. So what's the lesson here? The lesson is that if you are looking for one specific book, for one specific user, for one specific whatever fruit, product, excuse me, then you want to use find by, and then you're going to be checking if you got something back. So you're going to say something like this. You're going to say, instead of books, you're going to say book. Then you're going to say something like if book, right? Then I do something. Then I print the book. So that might look, in your view, it might look something like this, right? Or render, or you render the book. Might look something like that in your view, right? That's just an example. And if the book was not found, then you can do an else, and then you do something else, like I print maybe book not found, right? Something like that. Think you can imagine, get the idea. But if you are expecting multiple books, right? You're looking for, your query can match multiple books, meaning that there could be multiple books with the same title, or multiple books with the same author. That's more normal, right? If we have author, one author writes multiple books. So normally, if you want to look for all of the books that one author has written, you would do something like this query, but you will use where, right? So the lesson again is, if you want one thing, use one thing, use find by. If you want multiple things, use where, because where, if we always look for multiple things. And by the way, with find by, even if there are multiple things matching, like let's say I'm looking for IDs greater than 3, which I know that there are multiples of, I only get one book back, right? But if I do the same query with where, I will get all of the books that match this query, which are multiple of them, and then I can iterate using each, map, select, all of these methods through this list. Okay, so I hope that's clear enough by now. This difference, very important to understand, because it can be very confusing, right? When you're new to Rails, there are all of these ways to do things, all of these methods, and you don't know what to use when. Well, in this case, this is the answer. Find by for one, where for multiple. So that's it for this video. Just learn about the difference between the find by method and the where method in Rails, specifically ActiveRecord. And ActiveRecord is the part of Rails that allows you to work with the database. Okay? So I hope you found this video helpful and interesting and you learned something new. Please click the like button for me so I know that you like this video and so more people can see it and benefit from this information. If you want to learn more, watch more of these videos now. In this channel there are over 100 Ruby videos you can watch now for free. So watch those and keep learning. Also visit my website rubyguides.com, and in there you will also find lots and lots of Ruby articles where you can improve your Ruby skills, and you will also find my Ruby book, which will help you become a professional Ruby developer. Thanks a lot for watching. I will see you in the next video.